Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with another Perils in Paradise card review. There's only one card today, but I just gotta ask, on the Hearthstone team, what are they smoking over there? What are they doing over there? Because this has to be, like, no clickbait, the most ridiculous, outrageous card that you would just show to somebody, be like, oh, that's a hilarious fan card or custom card. No, this legendary weapon is just utterly ridiculous. It literally makes a sandwich in Hearthstone. What are we doing? We're gonna go over this card. What exactly does making a sandwich in Hearthstone mean? Is it even any good? I have no idea. We're gonna dive deep into this card. And if you want to win this card or any other cards from Perils in Paradise, we're giving away 2 regular pre-orders, 2 mega bundles out of my pocket. To enter that giveaway, like and comment in the video, link down in the description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed. I will add another mega bundle, so hit that sub button. Make me go burrow. Before we dive into this card, it's important to note that Hunter can access these warrior cards. We don't know, I believe, what the Hunter Tourist is yet, but yes, Hunter can play this card. Anyways, let's dive into what exactly this weapon is. The legendary weapon warrior will have access to is the Rye Cleaver, a 7 mana 4/2 weapon. So right out the gate, you're like, well, that's terrible. That's expensive. Barely any attack. However, it has Battle Cry and Death Rattle. Get a slice of bread. Get 2 to sandwich any minions in between. And you'll see there that the slice of bread says get another slice of bread to stuff all minions in between into a 2-cost sandwich. And basically, when you equip the weapon, it'll look like this. It adds that slice of bread to the right hand of the right side of your hand. And then once you swing and break the weapon, or I guess your opponent can ooze you and give you an empty sandwich, basically what happens, you swing, you'll add another piece of bread to the right side of your hand, and we'll just take a look at the video example. You get one of the most amazing, ridiculous animations in the game of 2 pieces of bread mashing a minion pile together. It's just minions, right? Not spells. And for 2 mana, you can then summon those minions on the board, which immediately got thinking, hey, we got a pretty good card we could cheat out in this expansion using that strategy in our whale friend over there, right? You could get some 4/20 whales. It's important to note with a card like this, it negates any like battle cry, like it doesn't use a battle cry. So if it's like a negative one, like a self-damaging one, that could be really good. Or you could just cheat out a giant minion, a big, the mech that shuffles bombs, or a Death Rattle mech and wild. You could cheat out a Rattle Gore, maybe some wacky Mechathune combo enabled by this, but you do have the Boom Ship for that combination of things. It is just a preposterous card. And know what's funny about this? In Wild right now, I mean, it's not really a meta deck these days, but you have the warrior quest with like the Juggernaut thing. This can equip this as a random warrior weapon that you can get off that'll break the next turn, and then you're making a sandwich with your pirates you have in hand. Not that that's great or anything, but it's absolutely something. Last second edit, it actually won't do anything. You need the battle cry. Zeddy's an idiot. Anyways, go blabbling on. And when I first saw this card, I'm like, oh, finally, we actually have a reason to play our new pirate, right? The pirate that seems very expensive to cheat out a weapon if you have another pirate on the board. But with this card, you actually don't want to cheat this out, right? You need that battle cry, which I already had apparently forgotten about. So yeah, it's just a weird one where it's a big weapon. I'd like to cheat it out, but it has anti-synergy going there. There are some pretty inherent downsides to this card. first, the piece of bread goes to the right side of your hand, right? So you got to add minions to that side, and there's not a great way of like repositioning minions in your hand. You could shuffle, I guess, with the Gaslight Gatekeeper, but then here's a total crapshoot where those like pieces of bread could end up. So it's going to be a harder thing to manipulate, but you can cheat so much mana with this card depending on the way things go. You can play all of these minions for just 2 mana. It just, yeah, the setup, playing a 7 mana weapon, manipulate your hand, have a deck where that's worth doing, it'll be out there. So don't want to play Reno Warrior with this, right? Brand double battle cries, you're immediately going to just, you know, get an empty sandwich. So your Arena Warrior Enjoyer, which is like the best standard deck at the moment. Yeah, you don't really want to play this card. Plus, you probably just want the battle cries and not cheat out the minions. It's a whole different style of deck anyways. I'm not convinced that this will be a meta card, but it does equate to a lot of mana cheat, which I have so eloquently put throughout this expansion. Mana cheat good. Mana cheat good, but typically you don't want it to have to, you know, be a large setup. But again, it's still 8 damage too, right? It's 7 mana, deal 8. Not that it's amazing, but it's something. But also when you play it immediately, you get like just the 7 mana weapon, which just might outright kill you. It's pretty apparent to me that this card is all about the flavor, the flavor, the memes, everything about it. It is just one of the coolest cards ever. Will it be a meta player? I can't see that right now in today's Hearthstone, especially like you really want certain minions you want to cheat out, and it's like really hard to set this up and have it go off reliably and be a really crazy cool thing, but it could be, you never know. I'm gonna give this a 5 in the terms of its like absolute amazing flavor and meme value, but in terms of it being a playable, strong meta card in today's Hearthstone in 2024, where there's infinite mana cheat and scams and bird damage and random generation, is just getting a good old sandwich of minions enough? Probably not, but it's just one card to look out for sure. You know, in standard, I'll give it a 2 out of 5. I will not give it a 3. I don't think it pops up yet. You never know. Maybe the warrior cards make this even more likely to pull off, right? We don't know the warrior cards yet. My rating may want to change on this one. We'll see. And again, Hunter will be able to use this. Maybe Hunter will have some way they can really enable it and cheat out King Plush, although it won't get its death rattle or its battle cry and like scare the board away, but you still cheat out King Plush. Maybe Hunter will be able to use it, but as it stands with the cards I know right now, I'm gonna give it 2. And in Wild, like you have like the 2 mana spell that could like tutor a weapon and buff it. Although I don't know if you really want to buff this, because then you want it to break at a reasonable time, but then you also want to collect enough minions to sandwich in before you play your sandwich and break it. So it's, again, it's a really weird one. It's a really awkward one. So I'll give it a 2 in Wild, but I absolutely love when they go over the top with cards like this. I'm sure there's gonna be people complaining, what are they doing with Hearthstone? We're literally making sandwiches in our toy store on our beach vacation. Where are the serious themes? But you know what? If it wasn't for this style of stuff, these style of expansions, we would get a card that lets us make like a grilled cheese sandwich, a sandwich of some sort. And I think that is one of the reasons a lot of us love Hearthstone, even if the card might not be super competitive. So there you go. That's the one card today, but I think it is absolutely justified as our video of the day. There'll be reviews continuing again next Monday. No reveals over the weekend, so we'll probably have some stuff to talk about. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and go make a sandwich, my friends.